Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy G Waters coming at you with a short video. Just received the new DJI O3 Air Unit. I know you guys already saw it. Everybody's already saw this. There's a bunch of videos on YouTube already about it, but I just got mine. I'm not a famous rich YouTuber, so I had to buy mine with my own money when it dropped. Didn't have the pleasure to get it a month or two in advance like some other people. So, you know, came out my own pockets for pretty much everything. But anyway, I'm just gonna give you my perspective on it and what I think about it. I already actually opened it. I just looked at it and checked it out and put it back in the box and just thought, well, maybe I should make a video about it and just let you know what I think. But in any case, it's just, you know, same old DJI packaging. It all pretty much looks the same. Big corporation stuff. Get rid of that. Who cares about the box? So we'll just pull this out of here and get rid of that and pull it out. And first thing I kind of noticed was this thing has a bunch of like warnings and all kind of crap on it, and then it came with also, I knew I threw this away, but whatever, but came with, I guess, some kind of notices to just let you know to avoid overheating and everything. Apparently this thing gets super hot. It has a QR code on it for some reason. For those, I think that's Mandarin, Chinese, something, but whoever needs that, there's that. And box also has what looks like some instruction manual for those of you that need it, those of us that need it. And yeah, but it does have a couple stickers on here, and there's a lot of things talking about heat. So, but as you can tell, there's no fins on it. It does have these air vents on both sides, or on all sides. So I mean, I guess it works out, but I hear it gets pretty hot. Now whether it gets hot enough to cut off or not, I don't know. It's the only one I have, so when I get it installed, I guess I'll know, and I'll maybe make another video to see how I like it, and I think it'll be fine. But in any case, it has a plug for the flight controller side, which hope fits my flight controller. Looks like it does. Hopefully I won't have to do any soldering. I can just plug it in with the flight controllers that I use. I generally use SpeedyBee flight controllers. I just like them because they have a Bluetooth and everything. So I generally use those, and they haven't failed me yet. So I just continue to use them. It also has dual antennas, where the diversity antennas, but it doesn't seem that way only because it goes into one housing. So, but I'm guessing this is fine. I know that a lot of us like to put the diversity antennas kind of opposite of each other, or whatever, perpendicular or whatever. And so I'm guessing, you know, DJI must have figured that this was fine. I guess I haven't heard any complaints about it. And as far as the cable goes, I've always thought that these should be a little longer, because some frames it just barely reaches. So I'm not sure yet. I have not obviously installed this one, so I'm not sure, but I do have one that I replaced, I believe, here somewhere, and I don't know if that one is maybe longer or shorter than this one. I'm not 100% sure, but in any case, I thought I had another one. I should have one around here somewhere, but it looks to me like it's the same as the one that came on the first generation. If so, then I may have to somehow get a longer one. I don't know how that's going to work, because this looks different. I mean, clearly it looks like you would have to take the housing off the camera and to see exactly what the other end of this cable looks like. So it looks like it could be the same as the old Air Unit and Vistas on this side, but I'm not sure. But we'll see. Hopefully it's long enough. I do like that they have like this braided type of material now for the wire. It seems like it may be a little bit stronger. Maybe we'll see. Time will tell. And so it just looks like a plug and play deal. We have the SD card slot on this side, and if my camera would actually focus, you may be able to see that. So we have the SD card slot there, and we also have USB-C at the bottom for setup and updates and things or whatnot. And I do believe that you can plug into that USB-C and also get the data off of the SD card as well, but I would have to, in order for me to know for sure, I would have to check that out for myself. But I thought I heard someone say that you could do that. Not sure. But in any case, I don't know what I'm going to actually install this in yet. I'm not 100% sure. I've been thinking about getting a dead cat frame to maybe install it in. Maybe. I'm not sure, because the biggest thing, well, my reason for buying this is I hope that I do own the Avata, and I think the video quality is good enough. Not as good as maybe the Hero 11 or something like that, but I think it's good enough for freestyle. So any freestyle quads I build, if I like this unit, I will just install those in my freestyle quad, so I won't have to run a GoPro. So that's the goal. But I also have Cinewhoops, and because I actually do real estate footage, so most likely I will use those with a GoPro, just so I'll get the best possible image. So I think maybe with, let's say this is my Cinelog 25, and I haven't really gotten a chance to install electronics in it as right now, but I haven't really been able to work on this one yet. But I'm thinking of putting a naked GoPro on top, and I may just go with the old Vista or Air Unit first generation maybe for that, because I don't think, first of all, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can get this to fit. Maybe some type of 3D print or something, I can get that to fit, but I just don't think I need to, because I think it's good enough. I think the Vistas are good enough, and especially if they actually make them backwards compatible, make the new goggles, because I like the new goggles. There's some things I don't like about them, but I love the image quality, because I'm pretty new to FPV. I've only really been flying about maybe 5 months at the most, so it benefits me to see every branch, every leaf possible, so that way it just helps my experience a little more, it's in my opinion. So I'm not sure though. I've been thinking about just getting a whole new frame. I even thought about actually installing it in my Speedy B frame. This frame I actually have a Vista installed in this frame with the Nebula Pro installed, with obviously the Session 5. And I like the way this one flies. It's really smooth. I've done very little tuning to it, and it's really smooth. But what I hear is, if you're going to use the new Air Unit as the sole camera, then you need to soft mount the camera so you don't get jello or whatever. I don't get jello in my DVR, in my footage from this one, but so I'm not sure why I would with the new Vista. I don't know, maybe it's just something different that I don't know about. So I would have to actually figure out how I would soft mount it into this frame. And one thing I like about this frame is the aluminum cage. I mean, I feel like that's a lot of protection for the camera. So I really would hate to have to put TPU or some type of, you know, something like other than what's there. But who knows? I'll have to see. But I thought about that. I think I'm kind of leaning away from the Speedy B frame as the candidate for it. I've even thought about, this is my Axis Flying Manta frame. Haven't really done anything with this. I really love this frame. I like the way it's put together and everything. It's a nice looking frame. The only thing I don't like is that it's a True X style frame, which when I bought it, I thought I was getting, well, what I actually thought was that somehow, because the way it's advertised, it almost sounds as if you can configure this same frame, either True X or Squash X or H frame, however you want to say it. That's the way it sounded to me when I first bought it, but when I bought it, I realized that maybe you'd have to specify which one you want, and so I ended up getting by mistake, the True X, because I kind of like the Squash X better, honestly. But I don't think either one of these frames will help me in getting the props out of the shot, which is what I really want. That's the reason why, if I'm gonna go with the Air Unit alone and not use a GoPro, I want to maybe go with the Dead Cat frame, because that would give me the best chance of getting the props out of the frame. So I don't know. So I'll find something else to do with this. So I don't know if that's going to work, but yeah, it's a True X, and it's almost similar to, this is my basher. I call this my basher because it's just the one I've been practicing with, and it's like if I crash it, I crash it, you know. That's just kind of how I feel about it. But you know, the others, I baby them to some point for some reason. I had a friend tell me not to fall in love with any of them because you'll destroy them all at one point or another. But in any case, this one, I kind of just go a little bit crazy, you know. I kind of send this one kind of hard, just trying to learn, you know, trying to be a student of it and learn. And it's no better way to learn than getting out there and crashing, I guess. But the thing is, this is an old frame. It's really rigid, and it hasn't broken on me. I haven't, and it's a uniframe, so it's just one piece. And so far, I haven't broken an arm or anything. So I mean, my whole thing was just, if I break it, I'll just have to buy another frame and start over, and hopefully I won't destroy anything else. But this one also has a Vista. I've only really used digital VTX because I've never really used analog. I've been basically using digital since I've started with FPV, because like I said, I'm new to it, and I just feel like the better image quality gives me a much better opportunity to see what I'm doing, and it's just one less thing that somebody that's a beginner wouldn't have to worry about. It's a video dropping out and looking, you know, with the snow and the screen and everything. It's just kind of, yeah, it's a little distracting for me. So I'm just, I'll buy Vistas anytime I get the opportunity. If I see one for sale or whatever, I generally just grab them, because I don't know how long they're gonna still be around, especially with the new O3 unit out. So I just grab them when I see them, and hopefully one day they'll update the software where, the firmware where you can use the O3 unit on the new goggles. I actually have both sets of goggles. I have the V2 and I also have the goggles too, because I do have the Avata. But I really like the image quality on the goggles too. They don't fit anywhere near as well as the V2, but I like the image quality, and I'm kind of willing to deal with the fitment. And I honestly think that eventually it'll just be something, they'll come up with better foam or something at some point. But in any case, speaking of the Avata, I think this is pretty much the camera that's in the Avata. In fact, let's see. Yeah, it looks almost identical, honestly. If you can see that, set the camera focus, but it looks almost identical. The only difference is the Avata is obviously on a gimbal, but the camera, the lens looks almost identical. It even has this hood type of thing on it, and it looks like even the ND filters from this would fit also. So that's good. That'll be good if you want to just use it without the GoPro. So you can even put the ND filters from the Avata. And a lot of people make pretty good ND filters, so like Freewell, they're already making them for the Avata. So at least you'll have the choice to get that if you want. Yeah. So basically, I don't know. I'm just waiting around to see if I need to buy a new frame, which I think I'm headed towards, because like I said, I've always ran digital, and really the only thing I've ever run analog on would be my Tiny Hawk, which I actually love this thing. I'm in the process of upgrading it to Express LRS, so that's what I'm doing now with it. And I actually put a XT30 connector on. It used to use, I forget the name of this connector, but I used to use two of these. It's a 2X drone, so you plug two of these up, I guess in parallel, and it would, it would act as a 2S battery. But this is I bought 2S batteries, just basically one single 2S battery, so that's why I went and changed that. And I also changed it to I don't know what happened, but the SPI receiver it stopped binding for some reason. I have no idea why. So I have some Express LRS receivers laying around, so I have a bunch of those in stock, so I just went ahead and threw it in here. So I'll be trying to finish that up soon. I like flying this thing. It's really fun, and it's taught me a lot. And pretty much where I am now, I got there on the simulator, and a good chunk of it came from this drone. So I learned a lot. I mean, the only thing I don't like is that right now I don't have a digital VTX for it, and for that reason, and actually I'm going to check out this Air Unit, and if I don't think it's worth it, it will actually make the decision for me to go to Walk Snail. So I'm going to give DJI this opportunity to keep my business, I guess, if you want to call it that. And if this turns out to be what I hope it is, then I'll stay with DJI. I'm not a fanboy of any type, so I just honestly just want something good that's convenient for me. And like I said, I buy my own equipment, so I don't have these companies giving me things because I'm a big YouTuber or whatever. I'm not any of that. I'm just an average person that just buys their own things. So I mean, don't get me wrong, I have no problem. Nothing against anybody that's getting promotional parts and everything, getting sponsored and all that. That's great. I wish it was me, but right now it's not. So, but this will actually make the decision for me if I will stay with DJI or go with Walk Snail. Walk Snail right now they have a lot of potential as far as I'm concerned. I think they just have a few things to iron out in firmware, but as far as what they're doing, I like where they're going. You know, I like that you can get the OSD, the full OSD, and I like that they're making different size VTX for smaller quads, and they look like they're really just trying to come out swinging. So I'm anxious to see where it goes, and if it looks pretty good and they get everything ironed out, then I can see myself investing and switching over to Walk Snail. But I'll sit back and watch for now. DJI's done me pretty good. I can't really complain, and I think this Air unit would actually be no exception to that. So we'll see. We'll check it out, and definitely if I decide to change, or if I think that it's not serving me like I want it to, or I'll definitely be honest and post another video about it. And you know, you'll get my honest opinion. Like I said, I'm not being paid. They haven't given me anything. I bought it with my own money, so if I don't like it, believe me, you'll know about it. So but in any case, thanks for watching, thanks for hanging in all this time, and see you guys later. Peace.